Hello and welcome, it's your boy Jack here to do another reaction video. This time I'll be reacting to Stogie T Freestyle. It's Sway in the morning. I got a lot of requests to actually do that because I just I'm actually getting into the whole South African scene when it comes to rapping. I really enjoyed what I was hearing from Nasty C, and a lot of people said I should actually check out Stogie T, and it turns out this is actually, I think from, is it 2018? So it's quite old. And hold on, let's just go. Yeah, it was uploaded 2018. I don't really know when exactly this particular freestyle incident took place. But anyway, since you guys, a lot of you were like stating, you know, I need to check this out, see how it goes, because I'm assuming he's absolutely brilliant, and he's gonna crush it and completely blow my mind, which is why you guys are actually you sent me the links to this particular track. If it's not the case, I swear to God, I will. You know what? Never mind that. All right, so I guess without further ado, let's get this reacting party started. This is Stogie T Freestyle at Sway in the morning. Give me a sec. I gotta turn off the subtitles. I know they tend to be auto-generated. All right, let's go.
And there's rules to being an MC. And when you step into the valley of the hyenas, the only rules you have, Stogie T, is you got to bring bars. Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Wait. Isn't that a nice beat? New York State of Mind?
Stogie T, South Africa's finest. Sway in the morning, honey and pain.
Okay.
There ain't a French bottle, we ain't pop a fresh article, we ain't cop. Benz top that we ain't dropped, and dress model, we ain't knocked. Festival, we ain't rock, destined to beat us hot to the best of my knowledge. Rest of the marriage, that's saying a lot. But if you taking stock and you don't save a spot for the forsaken lot, from the bacon heart, land of the slavers dark, that's your prerogative.
Hold up. I just caught it. Wait, you know what? I'm going to take it back. First of all, yes, shout out to Sway for using New York State of Mind. And I think it's part 2. You know what? It doesn't really matter. And shout out to Stogie. It seems his flow is very, very interesting, very clean, it sort of reminds me of the greats from back in the day, you know, the Nas and the, yeah, you know what, this style, the old school style, and it just works, and it's really clear. Actually, that's not the reason why I stopped. The reason why I stopped here, because I just caught something when he was talking. But if you're taking stock and you have to take a spot for the forsaken lot, then he goes about talking about the slavery thing. So it's like the whole scheme over there is talking about stock, which is what, you know, if you have products, you call them stocks, and then you're talking about slavery and selling slaves and all that stuff. So it's like that whole rice scheme over there is just brilliant. This is just what, less than, I say 20 seconds in, and it's already dropping stuff. Obviously, the first opening verse, lines, I should say, were basically talking about, you know what, we are from more or less Africa, but yes, all those things you guys are actually talking about, all this flossing and everything, they also do it over there. So that's basically what it is. The French bottle, we ain't pop. The French article, we ain't crop. It was like all this stuff, the perception of African hip-hop artists is more or less the same as over here. So I'm sorry, let's just take it back again. I really love that whole slave rhyme scheme over there, or the stock slave rhyme scheme. I'm talking too much. Okay, so obviously now you guys know there's gonna be definitely lots of pauses here. So let's continue.
Bars. Yeah.
Okay.
Stogie T, South Africa.
This is a good choice, guys. Thank you.
There ain't a French bottle, we ain't pop a fresh article, we ain't cop. Benz top that we ain't dropped, and dress model, we ain't knocked. Festival, we ain't rock, destined to beat us hot to the best of my knowledge. Rest of the marriage, that's saying a lot. But if you taking stock and you don't save a spot for the forsaken lot, from the bacon heart, land of the slavers dark, that's your prerogative. We polar opposites. I'm from the continent of poverty and long walk accomplishments, where former heroes give birth to spoiled rotten kids. The opulent meat all cleaning their offices. We push rocket ships like Elon Musk, charge the whip but still
okay, now he switched the whole scheme to a new one. he's not talking about the dichotomy between the rich and the poor. And I really love what he was talking about, where former heroes give birth to spoiled rotten kids. Since he's South African, I'm assuming he's actually making reference to Mandela and his grandkid, who's actually, if I'm not mistaken, charged for I really don't know what the verdict is, if there was a verdict or not. He was actually arraigned for rape, if I'm not mistaken. So I love what he's talking about. He's like dropping knowledge, dropping history. And it's like, okay, we're from the land of poverty and the long walk accomplishment. It was like, yes, there's poverty, but also people who actually work hard to get to where they are and are doing absolutely phenomenal. So there you go. This is great. He's dropping knowledge, and at the same time, the flow is so smooth and effortless. It's like you would think he's actually, well, I was going to say he's an actual veteran of the New York scene. Oh, yeah. So this is killer. I gotta say, this is really good. I'm just gonna take it a little bit further back. We continue.
Accomplishments where former heroes give birth to spoiled rotten kids. The opulent meet the poor, cleaning their offices. They push rocket ships like Elon Musk. Charge the whip, but still stuck in shit because we don't got a pot to piss in. Say God forgives as you give the church half your shit. I'm bugging still. We can tell a pastor from a pimp. It's Roman Catholic, it's Anglican, it's African tribesmen, migrants. Shit, it's masked men kidnapping kids.
Okay, yes. I really love that whole thing. It's still sticking to the whole dichotomy between the rich and the poor, and how those who you think are supposed to be righteous are actually technically going around doing things that are very, very shady. Like he said, the pastors, you can't really tell the difference between pastors and pimps over there, because half the time it's like they expect you to give tithes to the church, and a lot of people actually give quite a bit. Sometimes I've heard cases of where they've given half their whatever worth in the hopes that, you know, doing so would actually improve their lot in life. And sometimes it's like, it's really crazy how how religion can be over there. It's like, as it says, it's either Roman Catholic, Anglicans, tribesmen, or whatever. It's like money talks, and people do really, really crazy things because of money, and you can't really tell who the good guys are, more or less. So really, really enjoying that. All right, let's just take it a little bit back. Jeez.
Still stuck in shit because we don't got a pot to piss in. Say God forgives as you give the church half your shit. I'm bugging still. We can tell a pastor from a pimp. It's Roman Catholic, it's Anglican, it's African tribesmen, migrants. Shit, it's masked men kidnapping kids. I say South Africa, you think Trevor. I think Nelson. It's half a parent, you getting mixed messages. Hey.
Oh, wow. No way he didn't. Wait, I'm sorry. I think I may have caught that off a little bit too early. Let's see. The whole Trevor and Nelson.
Anglican, it's African tribesmen, migrants. Shit, it's masked men kidnapping kids. I say South Africa, you think Trevor. I think Nelson. It's half a parent, you getting mixed messages. Hey,
it's a parent, you get mixed messages. Okay, all right. So when he say you think South Africa, you think when I say South Africa, you think Trevor, and he says no, it's Nelson that he's thinking of. Then he goes around talking about mixed messages, and you know Trevor's actually mixed. He's white and black, so that kind of ties in together. It's like it's brilliant, his lines, the way he's actually tying the whole thing together. I know I did miss the whole we push rocket ships like Elon Musk, charge the whip. Yeah, that kind of got away from me, so I'm not even going to go there, but I really love what he did there. I was like, okay, when people talk about South Africa, some people talk about Trevor Noah, who is actually a very successful South African comedian who's at the Daily Show right now. Then he's like, no, I was talking about Nelson Mandela, someone who actually spearheaded the movement to, you know, this and apartheid for quite some. I mean, it took a while, but he finally managed to do it and became the first black president of South Africa and all that stuff. So it's really, really, really brilliant. And I love what he's doing there, how he tied the whole thing. So I'm loving this so far. It's like he's dropping knowledge hard and he's educating us and letting us know what's going on. And you have to think about it. So, okay, let's go back again.
Kids, I say South Africa, you think Trevor. I think Nelson. It's half a parent, you getting mixed messages.
Hey, parents, I say Nigeria, you get mixed in.
You think fellow. I think Delta, it's past and present, blurry as an impressionist.
Okay, I love that too. It's like you think I say in Nigerian, you think Fela Kuti, most famous, probably one of the most famous OG musical artists from Nigeria, and obviously there was actually a show called Is it Fella? On Broadway. So yeah, it was that big. And yeah, he was like, no, you think that? I'm thinking more Delta. Oh, okay, I get it now. So basically, I'm gonna tie it sort of ties with the previous one about Trevor and Nelson. He was like, whenever someone says Trevor, people think entertainer, and he thinks about the people who are actually struggling to make a change. And whenever someone thinks of Nigeria, they think Fella, also another entertainer, while he's thinking about Delta. And Delta, there's a whole mess of things going on in Delta, especially in regards to the oil, the oil. And I think there was Ken Saro-Wiwa. There was this whole mess that happened, which actually made Delta really prominent. I think he was in advocating, you know, sharing the wealth to the south where the oil is, as opposed to taking it to the north and all that stuff. And he was killed in the process. I think there was armed resistance. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read about it. So you had all that whole incident. It's like the oil company and the government taking advantage of the south, and the fact that the oil is gotten from there and really not used for the infrastructures and shipped to, you know, basically corruption. So whenever we hear about a country, we automatically think about entertainer, while he's like, you know what, I'm actually thinking about those who are actually struggling to actually make changes. I know there are more things going on in the Delta that I'm not aware of, but that's the thing that comes to mind. All right, so let's just take it back. Oh my God, this is going to be a long one. I'm sorry, because I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I gotta say, I've been, you know what? I'm going to have to check on more such African artists, because this is crazy.
Trevor, I think Nelson, it's half apparent you getting mixed messages. Hey, I say Nigeria,
I love that line.
You think Fella, I think Delta, it's past and present, blurry as an impressionist way. I put your certified hyenas in elephant graves. I'm punching way above the ceiling, you said is the grade. This is the red letter day, showing how a vet is made.
All right, so I'm sorry, I gotta stop there. That was the what I was gonna say. Well, I'm guessing from what I understand about the whole Sway's universe thing, if you're hyenas, that means you really good, you're spinning really well or stuff like that. And he just said, I'm gonna put your hyenas into the elephant grave. The elephant grave is, I don't know, I guess it's mythological, but you know, everyone knows elephants, after they can't keep up with their herds, they traveled. Again, I don't know how accurate this is, because there have been different theories about that, but they end up traveling to the elephant grave and die over there. So basically he's like, I lost my train of thought. Something about he's gonna put the hyenas in the elephant grave. So basically he's like, I am this good. All those people who've come before me that you claim were hyenas, they're gonna retire and die after this. And that was a fire line, I gotta say. All right, let's take it back. I love how he's playing with things over there. It's like, it's really rich what he's doing.
Hyenas in elephant graves. I'm punching way above the ceiling, you said as the grade. This is the red letter day, showing how a vet is made. Last time somebody skipped this file, David Blaine. These ready-made superstars with tattoos and...
Oh wait, wasn't there? I think there was I don't know if David Blaine was actually in Sway, but you guys know who David Blaine is. He's an illusionist, a magician, so to speak. So it was like the last time someone spit this fire was when David Blaine, you know, his cocky as fuck, but he is pulling it. He's delivering.
You think Trevor, I think Nelson, it's half apparent you getting mixed messages. Hey, I say Nigeria, you think Fella, I think Delta, it's past and present, blurry as an impressionist way. I put your certified hyenas in elephant graves. I'm punching way above the ceiling, you said as the grade. This is the red letter day, show them how a vet is made. Last time somebody skipped this file, David Blaine. These ready-made superstars with tattoos and scars. And you think they can save face with a few bars? We're lukewarm, I'm in true form, 38 like Jordan in Utah, killing them with the flu shot. Struce God, that means trust me, I'm nutty as RuPaul, but I wear out a pussy like King Jaffe in New York. What could you do, bro? When I promise you.
Okay, I didn't get the whole RuPaul thing, and I'm guessing 38 like Jordan in Utah, killing them with a fluke shot. Okay, all right, maybe that's a play with fluke. I remember seeing a clip where Jordan, the Utah Jazz will basically winning the whole thing, and Jordan had the ball in the last second. He tosses it at the end, and he just goes in, completely crushing Utah Jazz dream of actually getting the ring. So yes, that I got, but but I wear out a poster like King Jaffa in New York. For those of you who know King Jaffa, King Joffrey, yeah, I don't remember his full name, was James L. Jones in Coming to America. When he came to New York, Brooklyn, he had a lion draped over his over himself. So that line is really, really I'm just looking at that literally, okay? There's more to it in terms of what he's actually trying to deliver. But yeah, so I love the fact that he's now incorporating fictional characters into his work. He's just picking up different things all over the place and making it work. So that was a very interesting line, unexpected line, but interesting nevertheless.
Short, Struce God, that means trust me, I'm nutty as RuPaul, but I wear out a pussy like King Joffrey in New York. What could you do, bro? When I promise you all the smoke, I am so Calvin, bro, this is Snoop Dogg. This is the diary of a madman who should have been stamped champ, but I wrote above their heads like Anne Frank. Fam, I'm a giant amongst ants, like the tyrant from Baghdad.
Okay, all right, so there, Calvin Brothers, Snoop Dogg, smoke. You know, we all know what that means. If you don't, well, look it up. Snoop Dogg and smoke. You'll understand. I love the fact that the Diary of a Madman. I'm trying to remember. I know definitely Anne Frank was a famous author during the, I think during, what was it? Sorry, I had to do a little bit of research, trying to figure out exactly what the Anne Frank line had to do with it. And then I just realized that Anne Frank actually wrote, I think, her first book or a book hiding from the Nazis in a cellar. So in a roof cellar. So so that sort of makes sense. So basically, let's say it says, this is the diary of a madman who should have been stamped champ, but I wrote above their heads like Anne Frank. So basically what he's saying is that I am so good, but you got most of what I said actually goes over their head. And that's why I am where I am right now, more or less. Basically, he's like, I am so good. What I say actually flies over most people's head. That's what I'm going to stick with. But I really like it. Again, it's like, you could tell that he's actually well-read. And he's obviously studied the greats of hip-hop. And I mean, the really good ones who know how to write and who know how to deliver. And he's like, he uses things that he's aware of. He uses stories. He uses his environment. He uses the political situation. He uses things that he's read or things that he's coming around to actually create this tapestry of knowledge and share it with us. And it's just absolutely brilliant. All right, so let's just take it a little bit further back. Oh God, this is going to be a long one.
Promise you all the smoke, I am so Calvin, bro, this is Snoop Dogg. This is the diary of a madman who should have been stamped champ, but I wrote above their heads like Anne Frank. Fam, I'm a giant amongst ants, like the tyrant from Baghdad who's saying I can't hang on camera. Grew up with hammers, M16 hammers, no dancers, miss me with MC Hammer. I'm a cool G rap alumni, these my handlers, the Kufi Nas from NY, Jesus Medallion, reading Langston Hughes, El Haj Malik Shabazz and them shit. In the pocket like the Audubon assassin, they gon' photograph an African prototype of a starving kid, but not show you the royal blue Aston Martin whip.
Okay, first of all, he's like saying, okay, these are all the peoples that I've been influenced by. I was like Langston Hughes, El Haj Malik, and the rest. And obviously, again, like I said, he did talk about Anne Frank. Then you have, I'm not quite sure he talked about Baghdad and he talked about Hussein. I'm not quite sure how that plays into, to it. So I'm just going to skip that. You guys let me know, because I know that's actually a very important thing. I know Saddam Hussein, obviously, that's who he was talking about. But other than that, I'm not 100% certain. So we go over there. Then he ends it with how, again, I was saying earlier, the perception of Africa is like everyone, when you think about Africa as a continent, as a whole, some people actually think Africa is a country, but let's not even go there. But Africa as a whole, they automatically think of starving kids, and that's all. But I was like, no, there are two sides to every story, and you know, there are things in the middle. But yes, you have abject poverty, and you have filthy rich version. So it's like basically the African continent has all spectrum of things. And yes, there are certain sections that are really bad, and there are also certain sections that are really decadent, so to speak. So let's just continue.
Feed Nas from NY, Jesus Medallion, reading Langston Hughes, El Haj Malik, Shabazz and them shit. In the pocket like the Audubon assassin. They gon' photograph an African prototype of a starving kid, but not show you the royal blue Aston Martin whip. It's complicated. And fuck vibranium, educate them. We got ghettos too, and they orange juice concentrated. But Bo Brady said be measured in your actions. Give him honey and pain, happiness and the anguish. Like when Tony got the flooded rollie and we called it hope. For all the times the Popo had my folks against the ropes. For all the time.
I'm sorry, I gotta take it back. I love what he was. I think he was talking about, you know, fuck the vibranium, as in, you know, Wakanda and this stuff. I was like, that's fictional, but I'm not quite sure exactly how that worked. I mean, I think it's sort of playing with the fact that yes, there are certain sections. You know what? Let's just take it back again.
Kufi Nas from NY, Jesus Medallion, reading Langston Hughes, El Haj Malik, Shabazz and them shit. In the pocket like the Audubon assassin. They gon' photograph an African prototype of a starving kid, but not show you the royal blue Aston Martin whip. It's complicated. And fuck vibranium, educate them. We got ghettos too, and they orange juice concentrated. But Bo Brady said be measured in your actions. Give him honey and pain, happiness and the anguish. Like when Tony got the flooded rollie and we called it hope. For all the times the Popo had my folks against the ropes. For all the times he drove a shorty out to Mary Stopes. And all the ones we almost broke, but still be calling hoes. They fall for men who end up teaching them the rope of dope. These the broken homes we from. It ain't sweet like it's marijuana, leave highs like Maradona sniff white. Strangled by a short leash, my mama hold a fist tight. Tell a bigot he can suck and lick a piss pipe. Cause we gon' get that level up and win in this life. Hey, I'm from the real south, not the fried catfish killer Mike. I'm in the township, real south. With blacks go through hardship like a round trip flight. It's batshit backwards for the wrong skin type. And I am disliked, but I don't give too many fucks. When they set the bar, I look back and tell them where it was. This shit ain't for everyone. Second cousin and aunt taking the dump on our culture for a radio chart. Hey, but I ain't mad at you. Might even dance to it. And half the world can watch me Thanos snap to it. Rest in peace, bro kid. Rest in peace, Double HP. Rest in peace, Relative Padella. Rest in peace, Ben Sharper, Stogie, fucking T.
All right, so I'm sorry. I know I just let it play because I was like, you know, I've been pausing it a little bit too much. He did talk about the Maradona white. It's sweet like marijuana, leaves highs. Then he like Maradona sleeps white. We all know Maradona was, well, I think didn't he OD recently, if I'm not mistaken. I know he passed away, but he was actually known for sniffing cocaine. So there you go. So it's like his time. It's like his time things that he actually is aware of, and just putting it in there and making it make sense. And I really love what he's like. I'm from the South, but it's the South that, you know, a township in real South, as in South Africa, not the South where you eat fried catfish. Wow. Let's just put it this way. This is absolutely fantastic work, man. I didn't really know. I've never even heard of Stogie, and you know what? I'm ashamed of myself for not even knowing who Stogie is, because he is absolutely brilliant, and what he delivered here was fire. And I don't use the term fire at all, but this is fire. Fire. So yeah, so this is great. That was Stogie doing his thing, bringing knowledge and completely crushing it. And I don't think there's really much I can say about that, but that was brilliant. That was fantastic. That's all I gotta say. And I also love the reference to Thanos, like snapping, you know, half the world can watch me, Thanos snap to it. So that is okay. All right. Oh yeah, I think that has to do take a dump. And he did say this shit ain't for everyone. Second cousin and aunts taking a dump on the culture for a rigid chart. I could see Sway looking a little bit uncomfortable about that, but he was like, I ain't mad. I might even dance to it, and half the world can watch me. Thanos snap to it. It was like basically Not everyone would like my stuff, but those, at least I think half of the world will. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to do what I got to do, say what I got to say. And if you don't like it, then that's on you, more or less. So that was Stogie T, Freestyle, Sway in the Morning. Absolutely crushing it. Can't believe it took me this long to get to it. Well, actually, I can. I tend to stay away from Sway because half the time you have to pay so much attention to what's actually being said that, at least for me, that sometimes I completely get lost in it and forget to react, and my face is just completely blank. I think there's a video I did a while back which it was terrible, so it's like I have to consciously try to remind myself, you're making a reaction video, so you need to actually pay attention to what's being said and, you know, talk about it, or at least react to it, and not just get caught up in what's been said. So I think I did an okay job with it. I do apologize for stopping or pausing as much as I can, but there was no way I was actually going to let those crazy bars, you know, go without actually commenting about that. Obviously, I missed quite a bit. There's no question about it, but the ones that I caught were absolutely brilliant. And like you said, the whole Anne Frank scheme, that yes, sometimes is what he says just goes over the head, which is what really happened to me towards the end of the verse. So there we go. Ultimately, what I gathered, what I caught, absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to actually check out more stuff from Stogie T. And so with that said, this is your boy Jack. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification button, lets you know when next I drop a new vid, and don't forget to leave comments down below. Let me know what you think, let me know what you want me to react to. And if you've got nothing to say, just say, hey, that's absolutely okay. And as you all know, tons of videos on this channel, so please go right ahead, check them out. Leave comment. Well, I just said that earlier, but leave comment, likes, dislikes, if that's how you roll. I'm quite certain you're about to find something that would actually pique your interest in this channel. If you don't, well, that's on you. So with that said, this is your boy Jack. Y'all take care, and I will catch you on the flip side.